Hello everyone, this is Frank Rotz. Welcome back to the channel. Have quite a bit to talk about. Have not done a YouTube video for quite some time, and there was a rationale for that. I finished a novella, a small novel, and I'm trying to publish that, and I almost finished another book. So I was doing a tremendous amount of work this summer. Everyone knows it was really hot in the Midwest. It's been hot throughout the country this summer, and that's when my vacation took place, so I didn't get the bass fishing in, but it all worked out for the better because I've developed new plans. So basically, I'll talk about those later. One thing I did find out, which you probably found from the thumbnail, is the stitching technique is 100% possible for trout. Really amazing. One split shot and a garden worm with the 7.5 fiberglass rod. I caught a decent, probably about 16, 18 inches, gold trout. And there's a fish story behind it. I opened up my garage door one morning after rain, and there were a dozen garden worms there. So I used the biggest garden worm there to catch fish. And I was stitching and didn't get anything, and then I got that. So we'll talk about that focus later on. What stitching is possible to catch trout with. So I hope someone rolls with it. I caught one bass too, a decent one, about 16, 17 inches on the Spro Uruku Shad Purple Rain. Now, to update that, I've recommended 2500 series reels a lot. If you're fishing more of a shallower type of a pit or a pond, I was fishing a 5-acre urban pit where it's a little shallower. That 2000 reel is going to help that crankbait stay down a little deeper. So I do like the 2000 in those situations. So other than that, the fish catching video stuff, I will be posting different types of videos every Monday around 2 p.m. So I don't know if I'm going to have time for the Monday that's coming up, because today's Friday, obviously. I'd like to, but every Monday at 2 p.m., unless I'm fishing or something crazy happens, but I'm really going to try to do that. There will be new content for the channel, talking about maybe a little bit of writing, because I haven't published anything yet really major, but some stuff like rigging and the stuff that I traditionally do. I'm selling fishing tackle heavily from March until now, so I don't ice fish. So usually those of you that are familiar with this channel know that right around November, December through up until February through ice fishing season, I usually come up with some pretty decent videos, and I'd like to talk about rigging, but I'd like to do more like reviews for like products and stuff like that. And I will be working the future of the channel. There wasn't anywhere near as much fishing content as I had hoped for, and I'm going to remedy that by, I remember the spring update, those of you that have been following the channel, where I said I'd be fishing more larger types of lakes for bass. I did a little bit of that this summer. I didn't have a lot of success. My work schedule allows for a little bit more multi-species angling spring, summer through fall. So that's what I'm going to focus on. Obviously, I still love largemouth, but that along with catching a trout, stitching is kind of opening up new doors. And I just want to give a shout out to an angler that I've been talking to, collaborating with, Derek Brownwell from Northwest Indiana. He's going to be working with me on doing a lot of different things. He's going to be adding some video content, hopefully. I got to get with him and show him how to work a camera so we can have more fishing footage on the channel, which will be a big improvement. But he's been giving me feedback on stitching in particular. I know a while back I said this isn't going to be the stitching channel, but we've caught catfish and carp, well, he has, and crappie, and I caught a trout. So it's like there's 4 species of fish we didn't even know you could catch with the technique, and he's just in love with it using shorter rods. So I'll get off of that, and I just want to say that if you want to stop by every Monday around 2 o'clock and check for that new video. I know there's a lot of new subscribers. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the fishing. I've sold fishing tackle for going on 19 years. Started out in a small mom and pop, and I know a lot about that kind of stuff. So I know how to put videos together for stuff that's kind of off the grid, especially stuff like money-saving tips that can help you keep more money in your pocket so you can invest in other stuff for fishing or whatever else it is you do. We're kind of in a simplification phase in the market where there's a million lures and everyone has them, and everyone's kind of trying to find out how to rig them on less rods, and stitching kind of follows that idea of a real simplification that's real consistent for fish. and that's pretty much about it. Love catching the trout, my first one ever. Love fishing the bass too. And in the near future, I will be doing a update and shout out video. I haven't done one of those since Easter, so it's been a while. So I've seen some channels that people have put some hard work in, and I want to give them credit for that. And I want to give you credit. Thank you for stopping by and subscribing to this channel. And like I said, Monday at 2 o'clock, going to get new content out there, just so this channel can grow, and you can come back and have somewhere unique to come to. My ultimate goal is, I guarantee you, after a season of working with Derek, I would like to have this be the best shore fishing channel on YouTube. We don't really have any boats or anything. Derek has a kayak. Maybe he can get some footage there. But for what I'm doing, working 2 jobs, I know a lot about shore fishing, and I've been doing lots of research on. I actually just got a book on carp fishing in Europe. I've researched European techniques and West Coast finesse techniques for bass, and I write for Midwest Outdoors. So I take all that, the West Coast, the Europe, and the Midwest, and I kind of fuse all that along with my sales knowledge, finding out what works, what's hot, what's not, to put new stuff out there so that you can do different things than just fish whatever a particular, let's say a pro angler happens to be endorsing, because your situation may be a little different. So if you have any questions, unique fishing questions, I always reply to questions. I was even replying when I wasn't posting, but like I said, every Monday at 2, feel free to stop by for new videos. And thanks for subscribing, thanks for viewing, and a big shout out to the whole YouTube fishing community. Tons of videos, tons of great fish catching videos out there for the summer of 2018. But Derek and I are going to get on the board with some good fishing videos. Like I said, for the future, for this channel, the shout out and some reviews and things like that, talk about rigging during ice fishing season. Maybe Derek, he ice fishes, maybe we'll have an ice fishing video on here, who knows. But it's pretty wide open. But like I said, I want to make it the best shoreline fishing channel out there for multi-species on YouTube. And thanks again, and enjoy the video, everyone. You take care now. Have a great fall season.
So believe it or not, it was quite an interesting day. My head mount accessory kind of came apart, and I'm hoping this footage will work out decent. I was actually going to wrap it up and call it quits. The sun has come out. I was hoping for maybe a little bit more overcast conditions. Even evening fishing would probably be just a little bit better than the midday fishing, but I'm going to try. Got some nice leaf worms, and I'm going to try stitching this little section out. Seems like it's a pretty promising day to do so. Get my little lob cast out. Always amazed at how well that works with that glass. And I'm going to stitch this out, and even though it's a little windy, I'm going to see what I can do. And I got one like that. Holy smokes. Hey, boss. Joe. 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 Whoa. I got something big on here. What the heck is this? Holy smokes. I think this is a carp. Right on the stitching technique. No frickin' kidding. I have no idea what kind of fish this even is. It's a goldfish. What the heck? It's a big goldfish, bro. Don't step on the rods. It's a big goldfish, looks like. Look at this thing. Is it a trout?
Yeah.
I've never caught a trout before in my life. Holy smokes, stitching, dude.
Yeah.
On one of those garden worms, man. It just took off with it like a bandit.
Yeah, it's one of those trout they put in here.
No kidding. I've never caught a trout before in my life.
I got your rod.
I got it. I know how to do this. Boy, did that fight hard, man. I ain't kidding. I thought it was zinging all over the place. I didn't know what the heck it was. How do you grab these? By behind the gills?
Yeah.
Okay. Come here, Mama. Come here. I got one. Joe. I didn't get a big bass all summer. And this looks pretty decent, pretty representative of what this bait can do. This is probably about your average fish for this. I told you it's a good bait.